Hey, what's up? This is Casey with another episode of The Show I Don't Have a Name For. Today's episode of the day takes place in my big lecture room, as you can see right here. I just finished a big class and we had a pretty decent class today. I just wanted to show you what one of my classes generally, the structure of the class usually goes through. So, I show everything on the board. I'm not very computer savvy, as anybody who knows me knows. So I write everything on the board. So I start off, obviously, the date of today. Attendance today is, they take attendance. Homework, if they had any homework of the day. ND stands for New Dictionary. And those are words that maybe the kids wouldn't know if they wouldn't speak English. So we have so much slang and so many weird phrases that we have that I thought it would be really useful for the students if they had something I call a new dictionary, or things we talk about when we're just kind of sort of warming up to a topic. So we were talking about the Dark Ages. So today we talked about how the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages took place in the 1800s to about 1490s or so. There's not a lot of history or art or buildings or crap like that. And we just kind of went into that. We went into talking about the Black Plague and even got into knights and chivalry and stuff like that. And it all culminated into what I wanted to get into, which was God bless you. So when you sneeze, shoo, people in America, people in Europe will say God bless you or Gesundheit or something like that. And people in Korea don't really do that, so I wanted to explain what and why. So we kind of tied that in with the Dark Ages. So we got a history lesson, an English lesson, and a culture lesson kind of all wrapped into one. The next thing is TTT, Talking Time Tips. And this is just a way I like to do things to make my students speak English more, speak English better. Today, we didn't do anything, but usually we'll have a lesson on how to write a speech better, how to project your voice more, how to stand up straight, not slouch. You could make your voice deeper by kind of doing a little hum. You go, and always talk a little bit deeper. Instead of talking nasally, and it sounds annoying, nobody's gonna pay attention to you. Okay, now you talk a little bit deeper, sounds better. Talking time, I took Spanish class with Senora Schmidt at St. Mary's High School, and she was one of my favorite teachers of all time, so this is kind of her idea. But I make my students give a speech, a 1-minute speech, whatever they want to talk about. Their favorite singer, boyfriend, girlfriend, part-time job, whatever. So they give a speech about whatever. And they use these talking time tips. And honestly, not to pat myself on the back or anything, but this is one of the things I think really makes me and my classes and me much better than what the students expect or what they're used to. And they get to actually use English in practical and real ways. Instead of just saying stuff like, do you like the zoo? Yes, I like the zoo. They get to talk about their favorite video game or their favorite pop star, whatever it is. After that, we're talking about final exams now. So our final exam in this class is a debate. What do you like more, Coke or Sprite? Pizza or hamburgers? Winter or summer? The mountains or the ocean? Do you think social networking is good or bad, stuff like that. And then we talked about the final, what day it is and all that crap. We have 2 different days you can pick in case you have a lot of different final exam stuff. And afterwards, sometimes the kids will hang out, but in this class, everybody's got a class right afterwards, so not really. I can hang out, but I have to get moving because I have a little kids class that I teach. So this is basically how it goes. I just kind of go through this little checklist of stuff up here, and I generally finish everything. I usually try to prepare the night before, so I have a couple double classes. That just means I teach the same class. So I teach English 102 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I teach English 104 on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I use kind of the same stuff. The 102s and 104s are kind of from beginner to really advanced. So I just kind of crank it up and make it much more difficult. Okay, well, I hope that was somewhat interesting. And you learned something. And if you want to take a class or have any questions, you can certainly ask anytime. Okay, have a great day.